going to do a little arc to try to get under you. 100 feet back, making that dive. Too cool here.
That 38 is no matter what I do, he's today.
Race friends, it's time for the fastest 2 hours in motorsports. It's time for On Pit Road Racing, right here, right now, live from downtown Las Vegas on the flagship station, the WCOBM television network. Our race team will have all the latest news, updates, and interviews for the world of motorsports. So buckle up and pull those belts tight. The green flag is in the air, and it's time to go racing. And here are the hosts of On Pit Road Racing, Alan Michaels and the First Lady, Diane Fox.
Well, good afternoon to everybody. There's John, the announcer, Diane. He's back with us. Hey, something else, Andy. There you go.
Yes.
Look at this, man. A brand new camera, man. All new lighting inside here.
Yeah, lighting's really cool in here now.
Production people said they'd had enough of this LED stuff, and they said, out the door, let's bring in professional lighting, and that's what we did. We had a whole new setup here, and it's really
like
thanks.
I'm like in the ESPN or the Fox News studio.
I feel like I'm
pretty wild.
You know, I've been up to Bristol, and this, to Bristol, Connecticut, where ESPN is at, and this is actually pretty something similar to what it is inside that studio.
Yeah,
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Alan Michaels here next to me, the First Lady, Diane Fox. We are at On Pit Road Racing. We do it right here at the WCOBM television studios. We're located right there below you, 450 Fremont Street. We do it each and every Wednesday afternoon to 5 p.m. till 7, 6. We can go to 8, 9 o'clock if we wanted to go. You know what I mean? Whatever keeps us interested in rolling on. We do the live stream on WCOBM.tv's network. We stream this program out to a variety of other social media channels, including Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, all still coming. We've got it up on our Twitter pages and everything else. So, man, good to have you aboard. On Pit Road Racing show partners, the Gene Woods Racing Experience. We're located at 450 Fremont Street. Actually, we are on the back stretch of the Gene Woods Racing Experience. When you come into the building, Diane, what do they see first?
They see the hot shoe.
The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame
That's
is there.
Right.
Which we've got a big event coming up January 27th of 2024, and we'll talk a little bit about that in just a minute or so. But you can get more information on the Gene Woods Racing Experience at the World Wide Web, gokartslasvegas.com. Woods Family Sandwiches, man, if you're looking for some great delis, great catering, great food all the way around, man, log on to their website at wfsandwiches.com. You get your catering orders delivered. They'll take good care of it. The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, like we were talking about, this is where the program initiates from. World Wide Web at the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. Don't forget that upcoming event, January 27th of 2024. Our show partners at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, man, they're a great bunch of people out there, aren't they, Diane?
They are.
LVMS.com. We got Duel in the Desert this weekend.
Yes.
We've been out there before, 300 modifieds running around that half-mile dirt track, man.
Yeah, I think this is the final race of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the year.
That's it. You are absolutely correct, Diane. This will be the final event. Of course, tickets are on sale about for March weekend coming up for Pennzoil 400 weekend. We'll talk about that. Also, our good friends at Atlanta Motorsports Park, man, it is the country club of motorsports, and they're good partners of us. AtlantaMotorsports.com is where you'll find us. Hey, when we need some help in getting around, man, we call our friends at Redwood Scooters. That's right, Red One Scooters, or at RedOneScooters.com, man. And finally, man, when we want a good after show meal, we head across the way to see our friends at Dick's, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella sticks. Diane loves them.
Those are the best.
Dick's/Resort Las Vegas, man, /Dick's/Resort Fremont Street. Okay. So that's what we got going on coming up, man. We've got some special shows coming up this month. We're going to be talking to some of our European racers.
Yes.
Ida Zetterstrom, man, she is equivalent to what the NHRA is here. It's the FIA. They are, man, Superbike and Top Fuel champion. We'll have her on the show. All the way from London, England, man.
We're going to have to get up pretty early that morning.
No, I think, yeah, we'll have to get up early.
Or she'll have to stay up late.
Or stay up late with us, either which way. Also, three big specialty shows we're putting together for you. The life and times of Dick Trickle, Davey Allison, and motorcycle racer Sammy Turner all coming in, man. Some great guests will be on that program. Because racing season is really coming down. Just to get comment, we're going to put these special shows together.
Oh, yeah.
Looking good with it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Still to come up, we've got F1. Big kudos. We'll get to shout outs, but man, great racing this weekend past weekend at LVMS.
Oh, awesome.
Saturday afternoon.
Yes. It was a little windy, a little nippy out there, but I think that made the cars go faster.
You know what was really cool? And you got some great footages on our Facebook account, Diane, that we were actually there when Brittany Force rolled her Flavo Pack Monster Energy Top Fuel Dragster in their Nitro Top Fuel. And we stood there until about the last 4 minutes.
Yep.
But we actually got the coverage of them breaking this car down from the bottom of the crank all the way to the top. Unbelievable watching those five guys work.
Unbelievable. I mean, with just timing. I mean, the precision and the timing that that all those guys were doing. I stood there and just stood at them. I'm like, I just stood there and stared. I'm like, this is something cool.
It is.
You don't see that all the time.
You're talking a race car that's got 12,000 horsepower, that the motor's so hot that you can fry a steak on it, okay? And these guys are whipping this thing around. And what was really cool, and we made the point, when we watched, Brittany just didn't go back into her hauler and lay down.
No.
She had to wrap her own chute up for this. She's got to mix her own gas up.
Yep.
So those are the two requirements for nitro and NHRA. So
yes.
Also, just want to remind you want to be a guest on the show, Racing Around the Country segment. That's our local part of the program. Man, give us a shout at onpitroadracing@gmail.com or give Diane a call on our business line at 702-803-0875. You can do that Monday through Friday. And all Diane asks is that we keep it into business hours 9 to 5, right?
9 to 5, please.
Because after that,
I'm in bed.
She's in bed.
No, I'm just relaxing. And another thing, you guys don't forget, daylight savings time ends
this weekend.
This weekend.
Now, let me ask you: do we get an hour's extra sleep? Is that what it is?
In the spring, you fall
back.
No, you spring forward in the fall, so
And
you lose an hour.
Right.
And in the fall,
you go back.
So you gain an hour.
So he gets an extra hours of sleep, is what you're saying.
Well, that's the way they say, but by the next day you're tired anyway because your body has not acclimated to it yet, and it'll take a little bit, and don't get frustrated or anything, but you got to remember it's going to mess with the animals.
Our cat's
going to mess with your animals.
It's already messing with our cat, Charlie. It's messing.
Yes, because it is getting darker earlier. But if you think about it, I mean, it gets dark, what, 5:45?
Yeah.
About that now. As of Sunday, it's going to get dark at like 4:34, 4:45.
So in other words, what you're saying, next week when we do the show next week at 5 o'clock, it's going to be dark outside.
It's going to be pretty much close to it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Don't forget to turn your clocks back because you want to be able to catch the show next week.
Yeah, do that or anything else.
Turn your clocks back.
If you got plans on watching racing this, racing will be over. So
racing, this doesn't happen this happens. No, it happens Saturday night.
Yes, so you could miss racing.
You could miss racing.
Could miss football.
And you remember, if you're a Chiefs fan, you better get up kind of early because aren't they in Germany this week?
Yeah, like if we want to watch the Chiefs, we got to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to watch them. It's like the folks that are watching Formula One here. The race is starting at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we still got this. We got shout outs and all kinds. So we get to this here. Hey, you got some information here on the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. Let's take care of that.
Yeah, here's your chance for your business or company to join us. The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame is a 501c3 nonprofit. Hot Shoe Hall of Fame provides new shoes. Here, I'll show you.
There they are. Here, I'll actually hold one. There you go. While you talk, I'll hold it. There you go.
It provides new shoes, which Gene's come up with calling them the heart shoes. And they're for needy men, women, and children. It's necessary for good health and for positive development in that person. We have already made stops here in Las Vegas and in California at motorcycle shows and other events and stuff. We do not sell sponsorships to this program, you guys. The network nor On Pit Road Racing receives any monetary payment. All the donations and stuff that go to the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame go to that, and that specifically 100%.
And we got a ticker going across the bottom. You can log on to World Wide Web, Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, hotshoehof.com, and hit the donate button right there. And if you would like to be part of the program here, then just reach out to us at 702-803-0875, or you can drop us an email. We'll be more than that. So you ask what it gets. Well, $500 partnership in this will get you 130 second spots on this network. Plus, you'll be part of the social media packages. If you wish to donate $1,000 towards the shoes, you will get 230 second television spots to air on this network, social media, and we'll put a 3x3 foot banner inside the Gene Woods Racing Experience in the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame advertising your business.
Yes.
So that's how these partners work. This is totally tax deductible. We make no money off of this thing.
Nope.
The goal is to buy tennis shoes and to take tennis shoes to needy people, whether they're children, they're teens, they're adults, they're senior citizens. It doesn't make any difference. In fact, you and I and Gene are taking 50 pairs of tennis shoes out to the Speedway Children's Charity for the Big Pajama Walk, and we're going to donate 50 pairs of tennis shoes that will be put in children's Christmas stockings to put some soles on their feet. There, you might say.
What a great thing is for kids that need new shoes and stuff to wake up on Christmas morning with a new pair of shoes.
And an adult too that might be a little
Yes.
down on their luck, man. And then it's
Exactly.
getting cold, it's getting wet out there,
Yes.
rainy, snow could be coming to the valley. Chances are, but where it could happen anywhere.
You
but
need
still,
shoes.
to put 'em on
You
their
need
feet.
shoes no matter what the season is. You need shoes.
How about shout outs? You want to give a shout out to
Uh,
anybody today?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to my kids, Rachel and Jake, and then also
Okay.
I want to give a big shout out to all the Ryan Blaney fans.
Yeah,
He
right.
did it. He did it. Oh, he did it for us, and I just, I don't know. I remember watching Carl Edwards run for that, and he won, but Tony Stewart won. You
Because
remember
Tony
that?
Stewart
Because he
had, yeah,
more points.
he came in down to the
And yeah. So I'm going to try not to get too emotional either way.
either which way.
Come Sunday when Ryan races, but to all the Ryan Blaney fans out there, he did it for us. He did it.
He's in there.
Yes,
Anybody
he's
else you
in
want to
there.
do a shout out to?
Nope, just my Ryan
Well, I'd
Blaney
like to
fans.
shout out to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, to Jeff Foster over there at the drag track, and also our Chris Powell, Jeff Motley over at the Speedway. 2 great weekends of racing with NASCAR here. The NHRA was here. What a big shout out to those guys, because they really took
Yes.
good care of us out there. Really appreciated Jane Anderson. And what's the lady over at the bombshell that does your hair over there? Because she did a really, Diane got a new, Brittany. Want to say hi to Brittany over at the bombshell over there,
Yep.
okay? Hey, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get some racing news, notes, and updates. Kyle Keller is going to join us coming at the bottom of the hour. He is NASCAR Pro Late Model Series running guy, and he also won $10,000 at the Open Comp. He's on his way to Phoenix.
And you know what?
What?
He might be number 3 for us.
There
Noah, Riley, Kyle.
you go. Take a quick break. We'll come back and get into racing news and notes right after this. You're watching On Pit Road Racing live from the WCOB. I'm Alan and Diane. Back right after this, everybody.
Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless here. A lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a nonprofit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. Downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Back at you, man. And looking just about 13 minutes after the hour, Kyle Keller is going to be joining us coming up in just about 15, 20 minutes. He's on his way to Phoenix, Arizona. Kyle won $10,000 in Open Comp last weekend at the Bull Ring, and he's going to try to see if he can wheel that number 70 ARCA car down there to Victory Lane this weekend, as ARCA will be racing at Phoenix on Thursday night. Time to check out race and weather, brought to you by our good friends at Woods Family Sandwiches, 931 American Pacific Suite 106, Las Vegas Henderson Line. More information on catering at World Wide Web, WFSandwiches.com. Diane, what's the race and weather looking like this weekend?
Oh, championship weekend in Phoenix. Pre-race Thursday, sunny skies, high 84, low of 55. Friday for the truck, sunny, 85, low of 55. Saturday, Xfinity race, sunny, 88, low of 53. And Sunday for the Cup race, sunny, high 88, low 57. The NHRA is off this week, but they return to action one last time, November 9th through the 12th at the In-N-Out Dragway, Sonoma, California. Lucas Oil Series is here again this weekend, and it looks great. Mostly sunny skies Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with highs in the upper 70s, dropping off to the mid 50s for the nighttime lows. F1 travels to Brazil for
That's
the
right.
Grand Prix of Sao Paulo. For forecast is warm and wet. Friday a 60% chance of rain, high of 87, low 69. Saturday and Sunday partly cloudy with a chance of 20% chance of showers, and on Sunday and highs 65. Or no, high 85, low 55. World of Outlaw Final Charlotte racing starts tonight, lows 35. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, sunny skies and clear. Cool nights, daytime highs in the mid 50s. Ooh, that's gonna be chilly.
Yeah,
Lows
Charlotte, yeah.
at lows at cool mid 30s. And that's a look at the racing weekend this weekend, Alan. But for the Duel in the Desert, also, we're going to be in the low 70s, and the lows are going to be in the 50s.
All right, racing weather brought to you by our good friends at Woods Family Sandwiches, 931 American Pacific Suite 106, Las Vegas, Henderson. For more information on catering and delivery, World Wide Web, WFSandwiches.com. Time for a little F1 report, Diane.
Yeah, this segment brought to you by our partners at the Atlanta Motorsports Park. For more information, phone 678-381-8527, www.atlantamotorsportspark.com. Atlanta Motorsports Park is the country club of motorsports.
Well, it just keeps on rolling for Max V, and it rolled on for another
Yeah,
win as Max V held off Lewis Hamilton to pick up another win in the 2023 F1 Series. Verstappen in his Red Bull Honda takes the top spot in the podium. Lewis Hamilton in a Mercedes winds up second, and Charles Leclerc in Ferrari climbs up the podium. Up next for F1, just like Diane said, they're going to be in Brazil for the F1 Polo Grand Prix and for this weekend, and then we're just a couple of weeks away from F1 making its start here in Las Vegas for the Las Vegas Grand Prix, November 16th through the 18th, Diane.
Yeah, and racing news from the dirt. This segment is brought to you by Gene Woods Racing Experience, 450 Fremont Street, Las Vegas's only true indoor drift track. For more information, 702-270-8100, www.gokartlasvegas.com.
And your current point leader in the NAS Energy Series is Brad Sweet with David Gravel and Carson McAdoo. The World of Outlaws Finals gets kicked underway tonight. Actually, they're probably running about right now and goes all the way through Saturday, November 4th. All three series, all 4 days. Catch the racing into the top racing action. 4 showcase days of racing with the World of Outlaws, the Outlaws Case Construction Modified, Super Late Modified Series. Over $700,000 and purse money, $700,000, $15,000 to win in the sprint cars and the super late models, man. And also, you're looking at a big block, man, going to be paying off, and a $25,000 winner on the World of Outlaws, man. Going to be just a great time, man. Want more information? Get some tickets. Log on to charlottemotorspeedway.com/events/World of Outlaw Finals, Diane. And that's a look at it right there.
Yeah, news from the dirt. This segment was brought to you by the Gene Woods Racing Experience, 450 Fremont Street, Las Vegas' only true indoor drift track. More information, 702-270-8100, www.gokartlasvegas.com.
Coming up about 15 minutes away, pro late model and ARCA driver Kyle Keller will join us, and I believe he's on the road to Phoenix, Arizona. He's running tomorrow night in the ARCA Series at Phoenix Raceway, so we'll catch up with him. Next segment brought to you by, it's time for some NHRA news. It's brought to you by our friends at Dick's Last Resort, 450 Fremont Street. They're open daily from 11 to 10 p.m. More information about the Dick's at the World Wide Web at dickslastresort.com/Fremont Street. Diane?
Yeah, Gage Herrera and Eric Enders solidified their championship lead in the Pro Stock Motorcycle and Pro Stock, respectively, while Mike Salinas and Robert Hite pulled themselves into the Nitro title fights on the dramatic Sunday at the NHRA Nevada Nationals, the second to last event of the 2023 NHRA Camping World Drag Racing Series. Mike Salinas, Top Fuel, Robert Hite, Funny Car, Erica Enders, Pro Stock, and Gage Herrera, Pro Stock Motorcycle.
She just owns this track
She
at
does.
6 out of 8 for Erica on the strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and this could be her 6th championship by the time it gets away next week. Good to see Erica back. And it was really cool to see Jeg Coffin. We caught that final run of Jeg Coffin in that brand new car that Erica's going to drive next year in the Pro Stock division. So, I mean, that thing was on fire, too. Good to see old Jakey back. Good to see our old Jakey back in a segment brought to you by our good friends, Dick's Last Resort, 450 Fremont Street. They're open daily from 11 to 10 on the World Wide Web, dickslastresort.com/the Fremont Street, man. On Pit Road Racing continues on. And Diane, man, you've got NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series information.
Yeah, here are the 4 drivers from the 2023 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. Corey Heim, Carson Hocevar, Ben Rhodes, and Grant Enfinger. The final race, November 3rd, Phoenix Raceway. Race coverage, FS1, MRN, and Sirius XM.
And at the Saturday's end of a wild one, the Dead Tools 250, Justin Allgaier rescued his season with an impossible victory that earned the driver of the number 7 of Junior Motorsports Chevrolet a berth in the November 4th NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship 4. Going to be Sheldon Creed, finished up in second, Sammy Smith. Riley Herbst, another great run for another Las Vegas kid here. Riley Herbst is on a roll, and Josh Berry wraps up your top 5. The 4, like you said, they're going to be racing. Sam Myers locked in, Justin Allgaier, John Hunter Nemechek, and Cole Custer for Stuart Haas. One hell of a race, and we'll get to this in a little bit of the comments coming up for you, because there was a bunch of bitching and whining and complaining out of Richard Childress Racing about what Sheldon Creed did. Yes. And after you and I watched about a dozen replays of this thing, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Final race for the Xfinity Series coming up Saturday, 7 p.m. East Coast time. NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship for you. Okay. Hey, time to take a look at our good friends over on the Cup side, Diane.
Yeah, Martinsville, Virginia. Ryan Blaney did what Denny Hamlin couldn't do in Sunday's Xfinity 500 at Martinsville Speedway. As a result, Blaney will race for the NASCAR Cup Series Championship next Sunday at Phoenix Raceway, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. NBC, MRN, Peacock, Sirius XM, NASCAR Radio, any of those. And Hamlin exits the playoffs after a hard luck round of 6.
Wah, wah, wah. All right, go ahead.
Okay. It was Ryan Blaney in first, Eric Almirola in second, Denny Hamlin in third, Chase Briscoe, and Joey Logano.
Wrapping it up for you, locked in, and it will run for the title. It'll be Kyle Larson for Hendrick Motorsports, Christopher Bell for Joe Gibbs Racing, William Byron going to be doing it for Hendrick, and Ryan Blaney will run for Penske. They're all locked in. The final race for the shot at the 2023 NASCAR Series Championship, green flag, Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m., and you're catching on NBC. All right?
Yeah.
Quick break, Diane. We're still waiting. We'll get Kyle Keller coming up in about 8 minutes here. We'll take us a quick break, pay some bills. When we come back, we'll get Kyle on the line. We've still got all kinds of news and information and all kinds of things to talk about here at On Pit Road Racing. Continues on at the WCOB and more right after this, everybody.
Welcome to my world. Handicap man down at a charity feed. Great spread this morning. God, it was horrible. But it made what I needed to happen. Then I had these people that stopped and said, "Hey, you want some shoes?" I said, "Yeah, I was going to need to get some anyway. So might as well." And if it really comes to fruition, help them buy more shoes so that we can help more people. Well, I'm not but you know what I mean. Hell, might as well. There's nothing wrong with helping someone. You know, it makes for good karma or good energy, whatever it takes.
Kia, movement that inspires.
And Diane, back at you, coming down the bottom of the hour, man. Looking good out there for you. Race weekend, taking it on, man. It's the big final weekend for everybody, locking and loaded, man. Final weekend for the NHRA, final weekend for NASCAR. You got Formula One, still got a couple of weeks left to go. IndyCar's done for the season and everything else, but man, it's going to be a big, big thing. And of course, they're still racing here in Las Vegas this weekend because the Dirt Boys are back in town, that's for sure. But standing by with us right now, man, last Saturday night out at the Bull Ring, man, he picked up himself about $10,000, and he's on his way in the vehicle right now to Phoenix to run that ARCA car. Joining a special guest back, say hi to Mr. Kyle Keller. Good afternoon and evening, Kyle. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, guys? Thank you for having me.
There we go.
There he goes. There he's back. We'll make this short because and you're on your way.
driving.
Diane wanted to know. Ask him a question you wanted, Diane.
Okay, Kyle, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, you're younger than what I thought. I guess I thought you were like 20, 21. Okay. What is an 18-year-old going to do with $10,000? I mean, now we had a little prediction about what we thought you were going to do with it, but you tell us what your plans are.
Well, since we're a low budget team, we've already spent the $10,000 before we even got it. We're going to Phoenix this weekend, and it takes a lot of money to get down there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. You know what? He's going to put it right back into the team.
First of all,
That's
man,
so cool. Congratulations.
Congratulations on that big win, man. You were up against a bunch of tough competition, man. We know there's 3 or 4 racers that we've had on this show that came down to run, and by darn, man, you lit them up, and congratulations. You're on your way to Phoenix. Tell us about what's in store for tomorrow night, Kyle.
I think we'll have a good run at Phoenix this coming. My first top 5 of the season was at Phoenix, and we had a good run. So hopefully it can be 5 positions better this coming weekend and be in victory lane.
How's the car set up? You feel like the motor's ready, the car's ready, you're ready to go? How about it?
Yeah, now I got a teammate this weekend, so I kind of have another car to base off my setup from, and we got 2 crew chiefs. We got Charlie Wilson and Brian Kaiser working together this weekend. So like I said, I think we'll have a better hot rod than we did in the beginning of the year.
Wow.
I was watching the film that your dad did, man. Did you know with about 3 to go, did you know you had that money, man? Did you know? I mean, could you just smell it, man? Just make the right call and make it, and you had it?
I know the second place guy, Ricky, he was catching me, and I really needed that yellow, so having that yellow kind of helped us out. I definitely had to protect the bottom there at the end, but having that yellow just gave us that that extra speed there at the end to cool down my brakes, my tires, and it was cool to cross the line and win the Star Nursery Classic.
Wow. Just exactly what did it feel like when you pulled into victory lane?
It felt really cool because I've always wanted to win that race growing up, watching all the older guys win that, and I thought it was just really cool to cross the line and win that big of a race.
I'm really proud of you. I mean, I remember you when you first were on our show a long time ago. You were just a teeny tiny kid, and now look at you. So I am I'm honored to be able to say I know Kyle Keller. So this is great.
It's always a pleasure, Kyle. We've been following you through the years at the Bull Ring, your racing career coming up, like with Riley, with Noah, and everybody else that everybody that's graced that track out. What does it mean for you, Kyle, coming from Las Vegas, winning a big event like that? You're getting yourself up into the national level. What does it mean for you for coming from an area that's not really been known for, the big North Carolina style racing?
I think it's really cool because I have a lot of other drivers that I can kind of, have the chance to follow, like Noah and Riley and Zane and all those type of drivers. So I think the West Coast is definitely a lot bigger than it was in the past, and I think we kind of have a chance now. Like I said, winning the Star Nursery Classic, and just the West Coast of the ARCA racing is definitely going to get your name out there.
For Kyle Keller Racing, besides this weekend, what's next?
We're going to do full-time ARCA next year, and then kind of just work with our program. This weekend we had our teammate from Battleborn Racing, Kyle Jackson, won the Modified Series, and Joey Keneally, our junior late model driver, he won. And my car owner, Dennis Rock, did the super late model. So like I said, we're probably just going to do ARCA next year full-time, and then kind of just driver coach at Madera and Vegas and et cetera tracks.
Didn't we just talk to
we just talked to Rob P., your teammate guy out there, Kyle. So he says he's ready to go with us, man. So ARCA racing for next year, is it going to be the east side and the west side? We got Kyle's got us stuck on a lag right there. I think there he goes. He's back with us. Must went through a tunnel. My question was for you, buddy. You're going to ARCA racing next year. Is this going to be strictly West Coast, or are you going to split it up and do a little East Coast action too?
We'll have Charlie Wilson. Grateful to run his super late model next year. So I'm going to try to run the ARCA West Series, maybe some East races, maybe national, and then kind of travel back east running Charlie Wilson's super late model.
Awesome.
He's
That's
just got
so
it, man.
cool.
We are just so happy for you. How far are you from Phoenix, man?
I think we probably have like 2.5 hours, maybe 3. Kind of driving through the mountains, so that's probably why I'm losing you guys a little bit. But like I said, just super excited to go to Phoenix this weekend, and hopefully we can get down there a lot faster than we are now. So super excited to go from 65 miles an hour to going 150 soon.
Kyle, I know I want to get you there because I know you got to get your mind in. I wanted to take this opportunity because when I saw you win that money, man, I looked at Diane and said, we have not had a repeat guest on this year. Kyle, you are the first one to come back to repeat in 2023. This is show number 34, and winning that money and where you're going, you rightly deserve it. In fact, I got a little message from Gene Woods. He told me to tell you to keep it square and keep the pedal to the metal, buddy, because the checkered flag is coming your way.
Cool. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me on the show again, and hopefully I can come back maybe 3 times this year.
That's it. I'd love you. Kyle, before we let you go, real quickly, shout out to team members, sponsors, and anybody social media you'd like to talk to about.
Yeah, of course. Battleborn Racing, All-Star Towing, CSM Graphics. Everyone that helps me, it's just amazing. Van Dorn Racing Development, Charlie Wilson, the whole Kaiser team, and my whole crew, Bowen and Family Trust, Argus Construction, just everybody that makes this possible. Of course, Dennis Rock for letting me use his Bad Fast race car all year long. Brembo Brakes, Cornwall Tools, just everyone that makes this everyone that makes this possible. Super excited for next year and what 2024 will bring us.
When you get back, you bring your dad, you bring your grand, you bring them all. Come on down to go-kart track. Let's take a ride around, okay, buddy? Are you in for it?
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
You got it. Kyle Keller, our special guest. Good luck to you tomorrow night. And it is tomorrow night. You're running ARCA series out there at the Phoenix Raceway. Good luck to you, man. And congratulations once again on you, your team winning that $10,000 at Open Cup. And we'll speak to you real soon. Okay, buddy?
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Drive safe.
Drive safe. Tell Dad we say hello. We'll see you real soon, okay?
Thank you, guys.
You got it. Kyle Keller joining us. He's on his way to Phoenix. He's going to be running tomorrow night in the ARCA series. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more from On Pit Road Racing right after this, everybody.
Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless here. A lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
Come on! What the yeah! Oh man! Woo! That is awesome!
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. Downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Great kid, Andy.
Oh, he is. And I do remember us doing our first interview with him. He was a teeny tiny thing. He was a little thing. And he was so shy.
Yeah.
And I remember, he'd answer questions for you and stuff, but he was just a very shy kid. To listen to him speak and the way he speaks, they've done a hell of a job with
They
it.
certainly have,
Done
and
a hell of a
his
job with
family has been a staple in this racing community
Mhm.
for a lot of time. His granddaddy, his dad. I mean,
Yeah.
those guys could build race engines like you wouldn't believe, And I'm glad to see because Kyle's he's got to work for what he's got. He doesn't have a big budget family, and not to take anything away from anybody that comes that does have the finances, but Kyle's had to spend time in that shop. He's had
Oh,
to get his
yes.
knuckles busted and greasy and dirty and everything else. He's had to do a lot.
And just look at this $10,000 he just won. He said it. Excuse me. It's already spent.
Yeah.
He wanted to go to Phoenix. He
Right.
wanted to race this weekend. So, you know, he didn't. He any other 18-year-old would have went, wow, man, I got $10,000. I
Right.
want this. No, this kid, and I knew he would do it. I knew he was going to say that he was going to put it back into the team.
Well, they did that, and they'll probably spend that 10 grand this weekend going down
Oh,
there to try
yeah.
to get you travel, hotel rooms for a couple
Yeah.
of nights. You got the haulers, a crew. You got to take care of people, food, drinks, beverages, catering.
So yeah,
It doesn't. I remember working with the race team out here, and just on a Saturday night, just to put the car on the track, we were looking at $3,500, and that's just a local team. I mean, by the time you got entry fee, by the time you get tires, your fuel, your catering, everything that's wrapped up
Yeah.
into it, and a few extra parts here or there, or whatever you might need. So it can get expensive. But we were looking at pictures, and of course we did the first radio interviews ever done with Noah Gragson, with Riley Hurst, with Kyle
I
Keller.
still remember that. Oh, I still
And
remember that.
I found a picture. I found a picture of me, Noah, and Chris Trickle that was taken out of the bull ring. I don't know. It must have been
Oh,
8,
yeah,
9
well,
years
no,
ago,
that's a long-
and
it
it
was a
was a long time. So it was a good thing.
It
Hey,
was.
Liz, you want to get into some racing news and
Yeah,
headlines? All right, let's do it.
finish up this show. Yeah.
All right, the segment brought to you by the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, folks. LVMS.com. Tickets are ready for next year's 2024 Pennzoil 400, presented by Jiffy Lube. Going to be Friday, March 1st, running through March 3rd, Saturday there. Of course, you'll get the trucks back in action, Xfinity and Cup Series, Diane.
Yeah, heading into the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series finale at Phoenix Raceway, GMS Racing will pay homage to its winning heritage with two very special paint schemes in the team's send-off race. In what will be the organization's final start in NASCAR, current drivers Rashad Caruth and Daniel Dye will plan to run these paint schemes as a tribute to both the team's past Truck Series champions, Johnny Sauter and Sheldon Creed. That is so cool.
Yeah,
that is really cool.
Hate to see that team fold up. They're going to put all their money, all their investments into Legacy Motor Club. Of course, that's with Jimmy Johnson, Richard Petty, and Maury Gallagher, who not only has the GMS team, he has Allegiant Airlines and several other things. So that's it. Spire Motorsports will field a second Craftsman Truck Series coming up this weekend. At Phoenix Raceway, it's going to be Derek Krause. In fact, we've interviewed Derek Krause, the Wisconsin native, will be in that truck for the Lucas Oil 150 this weekend. So that's why we got Krause will pilot the number 77 Western States Flooring Chevrolet Silverado alongside his teammate Marco Andretti, who will drive the number 7 Hartley Week by Cambridge Chevrolet in the division's final race of the season. As part of ongoing technology support relationship with the Junior Motorsports, Andrew Overstreet and Mike Hoffman will serve as crew chiefs for the truck chief, respectively, Diane.
Yeah, and some NASCAR truck news also. Bailey Curry will return to Nice Motorsports in 2024, this time for a full season effort piloting the number 41 Chevy in the Craftsman Truck Series. The news comes on the heels of a strong 5 top finish at Homestead Miami Speedway for Curry in the number 41 Unishipper Silverado.
Yes,
that's a lot of S's.
That's a lot of S's, a Silverado.
A lot of S's.
Okay, moving it on for you. We've got Jason Radcliffe will make his 800th career start as a NASCAR crew chief this past Saturday at Martinsville Speedway. He told the people from Sirius XM, that's got to be our friend Claire B. Lang there. It's just been a great season, 799 starts, 15 Cup Series victories, 253 starts, with 14 of those coming with Matt Kinza. Radcliffe holds the record for scoring the most wins in 3 series. 2023 for Joe Gibbs Racing, the number 19 All-Star car. And my goodness gracious, let's move on to Richard Childress.
Yeah,
there we go. There we go.
Xfinity. Richard Childress Racing announced today that reigning ARCA Menard Series champion Jesse Love will join the organization's NASCAR Xfinity Series stable in the 2024 season. Love will compete for RCR's championship-winning Xfinity Series program on a full-time basis, beginning with the 2024 season opener at Daytona International Speedway on Saturday, February 17th. Richard Childress Racing has named Danny Stockman as crew chief of the number 2 Whelen Chevy with driver Jesse Love for that organization's championship-winning NASCAR this beginning in the 2024 season. So congratulations to Jesse Love.
Do you realize the name Danny Stockman? You know that you've met Danny. You know that you've actually swam in a swimming pool with Danny. And I'll wait till the end of the show, and then you think about it through the end of the show. Think about it a little bit. Anyhow, Ryan Sieg announced that he will return to the family-operated RSS Racing for a full Xfinity Series schedule in 2024. The SI Apps will sponsor Sieg for all 33 races, Diane.
Yeah, NASCAR Cup Series Championship race, Phoenix Raceway, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, November 5th. Practice 8:05 to 8:55. On Friday, November 3rd, you can see it on USA. Qualifying 4:35 to 6 p.m. On Saturday, November 4th, you can see it on USA. Also, stage laps 60, 185, and 312. NBC Radio, MRN, and Sirius XM. I'm having trouble with my S's.
Okay. The four drivers for the NASCAR 2023 Cup Series Championship. Ryan Blaney for Team Penske will drive the Ford. Christopher Bell for Joe Gibbs Racing in a Toyota. Kyle Larson will do it for a Hendrick and a Chevrolet, and along with William Byron, who is also going to be in that thing for a Hendrick Motorsports. Manufacturer leader so far right now, Diane, heading into the last race, it's been Chevrolet. And as far as the team owner goes, it ain't but that the old captain himself, Roger Penske and Team Penske.
Yeah.
News on the NHRA for us.
Yeah, let's talk some NHRA. Pro Stock will compete at all 21 races next year, returning for a full season schedule during the 2024 NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series. That is so exciting.
Yep.
That's exciting news. The exciting talent-heavy category had another banner season in 2023, enjoying great competition across the class with a diverse mix of drivers. The Pro Stock schedule was reduced to 18 races in 2019, but with a continued influx of talent, Pro Stock has featured large fields at the NHRA races across the country in recent seasons. So starting in 2024, they will move back to competing at every NHRA national event, joining the Top Fuel and the Funny Car for all 21 races next year. That's so exciting for them.
That is, it really is. And of course, Mission Foods joining on as a sponsor of that, and a title sponsor for the NHRA, and Camping World is also back with them too. So
and we love Mission Foods.
Yeah, it is. That segment brought to you by our good friends at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, LVMS.com. Tickets are ready for next year's 2024 Pennzoil 400, presented by Jiffy Lube, and they'll be kicking off the racing action starting on Friday, March 1st with the truck, Saturday on the 2nd with the Xfinity, and wrapping it up with the finale on Sunday for the Pennzoil 400 2024. All righty. Quick break, Diane, and we'll come back. And we got odds that we got together. I did a little research today.
That'll be fun.
And stopped over and saw my friends over there at the El Cortez, and the sports bookie gave me the current odds on the top, actually not only the top 4 from the Cup, he gave me the top 4 from the Xfinity, and he gave me the top 4 odds from the trucks. So we'll see where everybody wants to place their money this weekend, and we'll do it right after this on Pit Road Racing continues at the WCOBM. Right after this.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas. Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless here. A A lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
I got you on Pit Road Racing 545 here on the West Coast. 8:45 back on the East Coast, I guess. 3 hours time. There you go. I want to thank Kyle Keller for joining us today. ARCA Racer Man going full time. I'm glad to see that.
I was so excited when the news feed came up in my on my phone that Kyle Keller had won the open comp.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, oh wow, my God, that is that, and I was like, just wow, that's so cool.
As soon as I saw it, I jumped on Facebook because I knew his daddy had the camera. Yeah. I knew his daddy or his PR girl had the camera and going into turn 3 and turn 1 and turn 2 at the bull ring right there where the spectators are at. And I sat there and just watched that kid run and run and run. And he's like you said, he needed that caution to cool the tires down and settle it down a little bit, but he finally picked it up. Hey, you want to talk some odds here?
Yeah, because I'm going to, I think I'm going to take some of my hard-earned money.
Are you going to?
And I'm going to do a little wager.
All right, well, let's.
Now, what, in the Little House on the Prairie days, they didn't call it gambling for a while. They called it wagering.
Wagering, yeah.
Let's do a little.
Well, let me see if we can set you up here. Let's start with the NASCAR Cup Series. Okay, are you ready? Christopher Bell here. His opening odds were 12-1, and he's currently at what, Diane?
15-4.
15-4. So his odds have changed quite a bit.
Have changed.
Okay. William Byron, the youngest driver in the playoffs for the Cup Series, his opening odds started at 12-1, and right now Vegas has got him at what?
11-4.
So boy, are they flipping around there. Okay. Now here's your guy that you've been waiting on all year long to see if you could bring this home. Ryan Blaney's opening odds, okay, in Vegas here. He opened at 10-1, Diane, and he's now at what?
9-4.
9-4. So this is going to be interesting, okay? The oldest driver in the playoffs, okay, is Kyle Larson. He opened up to win the championship this year 13-2 in his current odds.
And he's now at 7-4.
7-4.
7-4.
So out of those 4 right there.
I think I would probably put some money on Ryan and Kyle.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a big betting person. Me and my daughter Rachel, the only thing we bet on is Kentucky Derby, and we never win. So, you know.
Okay. So I guess if I was looking at it the way the season has gone so far,
yeah,
I would look at it this way. I would probably put money on Kyle Larson because I think he'd be the favorite. But I'm going to tell you something. That number 24 of Hendrick Chevrolet and William Byron has been hot.
Yes, I know.
So I think I might put a little bit on that. Okay, that's me. Now, folks, please don't take our advice that we're gaming experts here. We're not. No. We just got the odds from El Cortez.
Yeah.
And anyhow. Okay.
So yeah. So I think I mean, yes, I will definitely put money on Kyle Larson, but I mean, there's no doubt that I will put money on Ryan Blaney.
Okay.
And you know what? I may have to put some money on William Byron. I don't know.
No, see, I was gonna do this.
I don't know.
Here, let me hand you this Sharpie over here. I'm sorry for reaching over your arm.
Okay, so
let me add this Sharpie.
Oh, this is
so you're gonna take Larson and you're gonna take Blaney, right? I'll tell you what.
Wait a minute. Oh man.
All right, that's the minute. You're gonna. We got live TV rolling here, so
I know.
You're going to take Larson and Blaney. All right, I'm going to take William.
No,
Byron.
No. I'm going to take William Byron and Ryan Blaney.
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to
take.
So
you're going to do that. I'll do the flip on it. I'll go ahead and take Christopher Bell.
Okay.
And I'll take Larson.
Okay.
$5 a pop. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Xfinity
Series. Here we go. Sam Mayer.
Okay.
Opening this is it. Odds to win it. 11-2 for Sam.
Okay.
Cole Custer, Stuart Haas Racing. Odds to win it 7-2. Justin Allgaier for Junior Motorsports. 3-1. John Hunter Nemechek. 10-1. 10-1. John Hunter Nemechek.
Okay, so I will take Sam Mayer.
Okay. Sam Mayer.
and John Hunter.
You're going to take Sam, okay?
Yeah.
So I'll take Cole Custer and I'll take Justin Allgaier to win those two to win the championship. All right.
Okay, so let me see. I took Sam Mayer and John Hunter.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now the truck odds. Ben Rhodes, odds to win it 7-1 to win the championship for Ben Rhodes. Grant Enfinger, our buddy from Alabama, the guy that shaved my head.
Mm-hmm.
On odds to win the Craftsman Truck Series 5-1. Corey Helm is 3-2, and Carson Hostevar 7-5.
Okay, I'll let you pick first on this one because I know you're going to.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you who I'm going to take.
Okay.
I do want Grant Enfinger on this one. I'm going to take Grant Enfinger, and I'm going to take Carson Hostevar.
Yeah, okay. So I'll take Ben Rhodes and Corey Heim.
Okay,
yeah,
that's a good bet with Corey Heim right there.
Yeah, and I was going to take, if you hadn't take Grant, I was going to take Grant, but I was going to take Carson Hostevar. Yeah.
Either which way, I think they're good picks. All right.
Oh yeah.
Little racing news as we get down to the end of the program here. About 10 minutes left, so let's just keep it going. Okay.
Right.
Okay. You asked me to put this together. What the ages were because Jeff Motley said this out at Las Vegas Motor Speedway 2 weeks ago. This will be the youngest field to run for the title since this format has been put together for the NASCAR championship. Okay. So Kyle Larson is the oldest of them, 31 years of age. Then it falls back to Ryan Blaney, who is 29. Christopher Bell is currently 28. And William Byron, who is currently 25. Youngest field for the Final Four ever since this current playoff format. And your thoughts on this?
I think it's awesome. I for young guns.
Yeah.
We all knew that our drivers that when we were younger than we are now, our drivers would be leaving the leaving the series and stuff.
Right.
And the young ones were coming. Well, you know what? It's happening exactly.
It certainly
exactly like that.
And if you look at it, Kyle Larson's one that's been around the longest in there, and he's a young 31 years of age.
Yeah.
And that interview's up on our Facebook channel that I did with him. And I actually, Diane, I've always tried to stay neutral, but I truly believe right now that Kyle Larson is the best motorsports racer in the cars in any division, whether it's asphalt, whether it's dirt. Got to take him out of drag racing because he ain't done that.
Done that, yeah.
Okay. But I think pound for pound, talent for talent, right now, Kyle Larson is the best in the country. And I told Kyle Larson this myself, that I think he is one of the top 5 in the entire world as race car driver.
Kyle is, I totally agree with you on that. I mean, even though I'm a Ryan Blaney fan, and I have been, ever since Carl was, retired and stuff. But Kyle Larson, he is so passionate about everything he races.
You watch that interview I did ask him, I said, would you ever consider on doing what Tony Stewart has done? Tony drove IndyCar, he drove NASCAR, he's drove sprint cars, he's drove slots, he's drove just about anything with 4 wheels on it. And would you consider it? He said, well, Tony retired. He goes, I think I got a lot of years left. He said, maybe when I'm 50 years old, maybe I'll think about trying it, So, I mean, Kyle, got what?
I bet we 20, do. Yes.
19 years to go. So
I bet we do see Kyle Larson in a drag at the drag strip.
All right.
I bet my life on it. We actually see him.
Even if Tony would just call him up to put him in the seat one time to say, try.
I see him getting into a drag car. Yes, I do.
All right.
And another topic. This is another topic. Noah Gragson may be going to the number 10 Stewart Haas Racing or an Xfinity team or back to Junior Motorsports. If you were Noah and you had to tell him, what do you think he needs to do? Do you think he needs to go to the number 10 at Stewart Haas Racing? Do you think he needs to back up and go to an Xfinity team, or do you think he needs to go back to Junior Motorsports with Junior helping him out?
Okay.
What's your insight?
I actually think that if I was managing Noah Gragson right now and the opportunity came back for him to go back to Junior, I would say go back to Junior Motorsports, put another year or 2 under your belt there, get everything back square in line, I think if he wants to move to Cup, I think his best bet would be run with Junior for another year or two and see what Junior's plans are. And if he wants to go to Cup, go to Junior.
Okay.
Now, I think that if this offer was that Bob Rackus at Fox Sports has already pretty much claimed that he's going. Okay.
Yeah.
If he's going to go to Stewart Haas, any other team but Tony Stewart will not put up with any malarkey at all.
No.
He's not going to do with it. I
No.
think that Gene Haas too. I personally myself think that if Noah gets back into NASCAR, into the top series, I think if he has the opportunity to go back to junior motorsports, I think that's the best fit for him. I think he was the most happiest there. I don't think Legacy put him in equipment that was good for him. I think he got discouraged. You and I have talked about this whole meme thing. I'm not even going to go into that. I have my own personal thoughts, but I think that Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his sister kept Noah grounded. He was winning. He had a couple of hiccups in that thing, but Junior kept him in line. I think my best bet, if he has the opportunity, go back to junior motorsports and see what happens about this charter. Because Tony Stewart's already looking to sell 2 of his charters already.
Right, yeah. I think Tony wants to totally get out of NASCAR and put all of his ducks into the NHRA. And don't blame him. I don't blame him. For one, his wife drives, is an NHRA driver. He seems to enjoy that sport, and you know what? He's pretty good at it.
He would have won the alcohol. He didn't have enough points. He was second. So no matter what happened in Vegas, he couldn't win the championship. But with a full season behind his belt, that just goes to show you the true talent that Tony Stewart has. That he is like Kyle Larson. Put him in anything with a motor in it, and he's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, next topic.
Okay, from RCR and Hill.
From Austin Hill.
From Austin Hill.
All right.
What do you think about that?
Well, I know you were busy doing other things, but I watched the race. And everybody complained. Richard Childress said it was the stupidest thing that he's ever done. People coming up to it. Andrew Petrie came up to him, calling him out. Racing is rubbing and rubbing is racing. Sheldon Creed did not purposely put him in the wall.
I watched it back.
Right. You and I have been to Martinsville, and we understand how Martinsville works. Okay.
Yeah.
He got up underneath him. He pushed him up a little bit. He did not clip him in a quarter panel. He did not spin him into the wall. It was down to 3 laps to go. You pull any of the old timers in here, if Dale Earnhardt Sr. was still alive, he'd tell you the same thing. Rusty Wallace, any of them, Alan Kowicki, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, any of those guys, Gene Woods. 3 laps to go. Teammate or not, if you're racing them clean and you're racing them clear, that's exactly what the fans wanted to see. And that's what they got.
And I don't think he would have put his teammate. I don't think he would have done that to his teammate on purpose.
He moved him out of the way. That's what racing is. What did I always tell you what Rusty Wallace's rule is? Either lead, follow, or
get the hell out of the way.
Get the hell out of the road. And that's exactly what he did. So and I've been a big admirer of Richard Childress. I like Richard. I've interviewed Richard Childress before. I believe he's one of the heart and souls still in this business. But get over it. You're going to bring a new guy. You're bringing Jesse Love in anyhow.
Yeah.
Sheldon's going. I'm betting you right now. Sheldon Creed's going on to going to Joe Gibbs Racing next year.
Yep, I agree with that. Okay, so excuse me. Let's move on for that. It's Kevin Harvick's last race this week.
Bad dog in the pound.
Bad dog in the pound. I mean, how much fun have we had watching Kevin Harvick race, have his family, and grow?
It's really, you just said this, you were talking about Kyle Keller and Noah and Riley and those guys. His little boy, who we watched in the little mini fire suit with Delana too, right? Mm-hmm. Now is actually legitimately wearing a fire suit. Yep. Harvick's kids are racing against Blaney's or against
Bush.
Kyle Busch. Bush's kids running against all of them. The sport is going to miss Kevin Harvick.
Yeah.
After the loss of Dale Earnhardt Sr., Kevin Harvick, Richard Childress Racing, took the 3 off the car. Goodwrench stayed on board primarily. Budweiser came too. but took it and got that victory. Kevin Harvick is one of the good. He's the bad dog in a pound. And you know what? I looked up for a while. Kevin Harvick owned Phoenix Raceway, and don't think that he ain't going to take the key and shut the door before he leaves this weekend too. So I mean,
yeah, no, don't count
Kevin.
Kevin Harvick out of not winning this race, because I think that since it's his last race, oh Lord, you think he's the bad dog in the pound now?
Checkers or wreckers for Kevin Harvick this weekend, one way or another. If he's got a shot to win it,
he's not going to be the bad dog in the pound. He's going to be the bad beast in the pound.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's won like 9 out of the last 11 there. He's been on a sort of a sour streak, but I mean, there for a while, he was Mr. Phoenix.
Yeah.
He really was. I mean, Kevin Harvick ruled Phoenix International Raceway for so long.
And I've always enjoyed watching Kevin Harvick run. He's fun to watch. But like we were talking about before with the 4 youngest that are in the championship race, the younger guys are coming up. So now the older guys that have paved the way for these younger, these young guns and stuff, it's their time.
Yep.
It's their time to say thank you very much. I've had, I've done I've raced everything and this and that. Now it's time for them to move and let these other ones come up.
And that's what we need. We need that.
We do. We need a whole new crew.
It's time. Well, we've lost some of our favorites through the years. I mean, I was a big Bill Elliott fan, then followed Rusty Wallace for years, and then I always just loved Tony Stewart because of Tony Stewart's attitude. His mind was in the game, whether he was driving IndyCar, whether he was driving NASCAR slots, sprints or whatever. I just always loved it. And then Tony said, he's had enough. Yeah. He's done.
You
lost Kyle Edwards.
I did. And that was a shock. That was a total shock. Nobody saw that coming. No, I didn't even see it coming. But I've always liked Tony Stewart. Yeah, there have been some times when I look at him and go, oh God, but I won't say it. But Tony Stewart is an Indiana boy.
Yep.
And there is one thing I just totally love about Tony Stewart.
What's that?
He likes Pizza King pizza.
Okay.
I mean, you can't be from Indiana and not like Pizza King pizza. Okay, so the last little tidbit that I found out is Haley Deegan's getting married to a longtime boyfriend.
Really? She's getting married.
I didn't know she was engaged.
I didn't know she was engaged
I didn't
either. I know that she'd been. I know that the guy that she'd been seeing. I know that they've been together for a while. Last thing I did see him, they went out and bought like little mini bikes together, things like that. But hey, Haley,
good luck to him.
Haley's moving on. I really think Haley Deegan's going to do good next year. It's all about the team that she's going. She's coming from a mid-pack team.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that Haley will bring money with her when she comes. Yeah. That's for sure. I really think that Haley Deegan will do well in the Xfinity Series. We've spoke about this a couple of times. We watched her run ARCA, and I mean, she just cooked up that car.
She did.
The Truck Series, 2 different teams. I just think that series is a lot different. It's a lot more challenging. It's a lot
more aggressive.
It's aggressive. You're
Very
right.
aggressive.
Exactly right on that. And I just think that when she moves back into the car, I mean, I've talked to several people. Some say the truck drives different than the car. Some people say it doesn't. It does. It doesn't. I just don't think that she ever got the fit of the truck. I think the car is where she needs to be.
Yeah.
I think that if she can get some good money behind her, get some good equipment behind her, I think you'll see Haley Deegan do well. Will she win her first year? Anything could happen, especially when they get to the big tracks, Talladega, Daytona, where it's, all that. But I really think that she'll have a good year all the way around. And if she's getting married and if she's happy, I mean, she comes from off-road racing. Her family, her dad, brothers, everybody else off-road. In fact, Haley runs the Mid.
The Deegan name is very, and racing is very well known. So let me ask you. Okay, we were talking earlier about the new crew chief for who was going to be the new crew chief? Danny is a Stockton.
Oh, okay.
The only one you said I met him at a pool. We were at somebody's house at pool. The only thing I can remember is It has something to do with Kevin Harvick.
Yes.
Um,
Also has some. We'll save it for after the show because you'll be surprised if you want to tell everybody next week.
yeah, because
I'll tell you
I can all I see is something to do with Kevin Harvick. So,
Okay.
well, yeah, we'll fill you in next week.
Want to give a special shout out to News 3 Sports Director Brian Sullivan. Brian was here last week
fun.
and did a great interview with Gene Woods that you're going to see on Channel 3 Sports about the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. They talked a little bit about Gene's racing career, and then he came in and wanted to see our studio and thought this, and so I'm going to be also having the great privilege of helping Brian along with F1 racing coming up. Because he's he's a stick and ball guy, but he's really getting into it. It was so good to see Brian on the racetrack, and and he got out there with Gene and everybody.
It did not take him, because he said he'd never done that before.
Right.
It hardly took him any time to get that rhythm to drift. So I was shocked. I was surprised.
The most best thing I think about it is that about halfway through it, Brian was a little shy about it at first, but once Gene instructed him a little bit, and just like Gene always says, when you get him on these go-karts, you get them out there, and by the end of the race, they might look at it one way, but by the time they're done, they got a smile so big on their face that you couldn't knock it off with a ball bat. So Brian Sullivan is actually going to be, I meant to tell you this, Brian Sullivan is going to be a guest on this program. We're going to talk sports with Brian. He's going to talk racing with us, and he's agreed. He's got it all cleared with Channel 3 to come over and do
So when is that?
Well, we're setting it off, and actually, I put the invite out for him, so he'll be there. So
awesome!
Great show today, Diane.
Yeah, it was a
great
fun
racing
show.
this weekend. So we got our picks this week. We'll see next week.
Let me see.
Don't throw your sheet away.
I'm not throwing it away.
Don't throw it away.
No, because we got to run down and put some money on some. Got to do some wagering.
Wagering this weekend. Okay, shall we call for John?
Let's call for John now.
All right, let's call for him. Want to thank you for joining us today for On Pit Road Racing. Thanks to Kyle Keller. He's en route to Phoenix Raceway, going to be running in the ARCA series. We'll be back at you next Wednesday afternoon, everybody, 5 p.m. We'll have all the results. We'll crown 3 new champions. Actually, 4 new champions. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us for On Pit Road Racing. Follow us on our website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at On Pit Road Racing. On Pit Road Racing is written and produced by WCOBN TV. I'm John the announcer for On Pit Road Racing.